Joe, I know at the end of the game there the options were limited, but could you think of a tougher situation to put Shreve in there, bases loaded with those two guys coming up to the plate?
I mean, it's really difficult. Kendry Morales is a great RBI guy. Salvador Perez kills lefties. Really a tough situation. And he came in and really picked us up.
What did it say about him, the way he really attacked early on in there?
It was good. I mean, he got ahead and he was able to, throw a really good split to Morales, and then he got ahead of Perez too. So I mean, it's he's been through it before. He's been in some tough situations, and he was able to come through.
How meaningful do you think it was for him, just based on the up and down year he's had, to get that save?
I think a lot. And it was one of the reasons we called him up, because we felt we might need another arm tonight, and he's been in some situations, so I'm sure it meant a lot.
Joe, given that he's been in some situations, why Heller with 2 games of experience?
I just chose to go to the young kid. I mean, he's closed before in the minor leagues, and we like his stuff a lot. I like his breaking ball. So I know it's a tough spot, but it's baptism by fire.
Joe, given everything that's on the line here and the way this game played out, how difficult a loss would this have been?
Oh, really difficult, especially. We had a lot of opportunities that we didn't cash in on tonight, and that's going to happen. Pitchers need to pick up the hitters sometimes. We get another silly rain delay that knocks our starter out. I think it's the first time we've won a game when we've been in a rain delay and leading. I think we're 0-4 at this point. So, I thought it was really big.
And an easy decision to take Knock out.
Yeah, because it was an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes.
What would your cutoff time have been?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, this is a guy that went through an injury a couple of years ago too. So I didn't really have it. You look at it, you look at where they're at. If they can throw an inning somewhere in between, but we knew it was going to be a while.
With Betances, you used him for 6 outs. It looked like you went over to him when he was still on the bench and you had a conversation. Was there any consideration to putting him back out there?
I'm not. I mean, I know how important these games are, but I mean, it's not a guy that and any pitcher, I'm not going to risk their health. It's just not right. So, I asked a lot out of Clippard, and I asked a lot out of him tonight. I think Clip got us maybe 5 outs, and Dellin got us 5 outs, and it's a lot to ask, and you have to be careful, because the one thing Dellin has not been doing this year is he's not been giving us 2 or 2 2/3 like he did his first year. So, you have to protect sometimes players from themselves.
So I think he only threw 22 pitches. Is it more the up and down?
Yeah, it's the up and down, and you can't predict that a guy's only going to throw 22 pitches. So, it's more the up and down and having a long inning in the 10th. So, I'm not going to risk his health.
Did you consider bringing him in the 8th to start the 8th instead of?
I was hoping to get one more out at Clippard, because my feeling was, if Dellin gotten a couple long at bats, now you're asking outs on the back end. If he gets the 30, 35, he's coming out. So now you're asking outs from, some guys that are a little bit less experienced. So I felt good about Clip. I pushed him a little bit. So we chose to do it that way. I mean, we talked about it, but then we thought, you don't know what's going to happen after.
For the other night in Seattle, you said you didn't want to go to those 2 bats for 10 outs. You were going to ask them for 9. The fact that you went to them tonight for 11, does it show sort of
where we're
you
at?
Guys are and how
the
games are?
Yeah, it does. I felt like I had to stop the 6th inning when they had some momentum, and where we're at, and we have an off day coming too.
Was Fisher unavailable? I know you said.
Yes. Yeah, he tried to get loose in the 6th inning, and he couldn't.
Because you probably would have gone to him there.
There's a good chance I would have went to him, yeah.
Joe, to start that 6th, you had left, right, left. Did you think about Lane to start instead of Warren?
Well, my feeling was they would have pinch hit.
Okay.
So, Adam had success. Most of the guys in this lineup had some success, but, he gets a infield hit, and then he gives up the double, and I felt that we had to get Hosmer out. And
so he would have stayed in
if he got one of those guys out, he's staying in the game.
I know it feels like about 2 days ago, but how nice was it to see Judge come up with that big hitter?
No, it's great. I mean, a big 2-run homer gave us a lead. It's good to see. And, I know when you look at his bats, I still think his at-bats are pretty good. There's some strikeouts there, but this guy's got 9 RBIs in 50 at bats, less than 50 at bats. I mean, he's been productive.